Okay, I got interrupted the first time I did this video. Happens again, I ain't gonna do it. But this is my top 5 books in DC's New 52 comic series, or comic initiative, whatever you want to call it, when they rebooted everything in 2011. And number 5 is Superman Unchained, written by Scott Snyder, who's written a bunch of Batman books, and drawn by Jim Lee of Wildcats 90s Image fame. And the basic plot is it was made last year for the 75th anniversary of Superman, and of course he first appeared in 1938. So the basic plot is that Superman encounters another alien who crash landed on Earth in 1938, who's secretly been helping the government. It has this very kind of dark sci-fi feel to it, which is what I like. Isn't this goofy Silver Age Donner Man throwback, which I usually don't really like. I don't like when Geoff Johns does it, and he does it a lot. Although thankfully, now that Geoff Johns is on the main Superman title, uh, crap, what was I going to say? Okay, he's been able to not only curtail the Silver Age love, but also he, the book is pretty good. I'll give it to it's a pretty good book for being 3 issues in. I think yeah 3. Uh, the only problem is that for Superman Unchained, the only problem is that it has been delayed because Jim Lee is lazy, and also it's only 8 or 9 issues, only a miniseries, which disappointed me. Number 4 is Justice League United, written by Jeff Lemire, and I don't know who did the art. And it's this cosmic adventure book, and it has basically a sequel to the Justice League of America book that finished with Trinity War and Forever Evil. And it has Hawkman, Martian Manhunter, Green Arrow, Animal Man, Stargirl, Supergirl, and introduces Adam Strange and Alana to New 52, and also introduces a new hero named Equinox, who's this Native American girl. Like I said, it has this very uh, kind of fun, adventurous cosmic feel to it, which is a lot different from what Lemire usually writes. Although, because of the snow, because it's based in Canada somewhat, for part of the story, it kind of reminded me of Jeff Lemire's Sweet Tooth a bit, though not nearly as graphic or anything like that. The only problem I have with it, like I said, don't know who does the art. The art isn't, top notch, stand out. And I mean, if you had like Brett Booth, well, yeah, Booth, or preferably like Ed Beans on the art, top notch. Number 3 is ironically Aquaman, because once again, Geoff Johns working his magic, revitalizing flagging characters like he's doing with Superman right now. Uh, now, Geoff Johns' run ended in 20 somewhere, and now Jeff Parker's writing it. I think it's still good, but it's a little bit gone down slightly in quality. It's not as fast paced. It's a bit slower paced now, but Geoff Johns did a great job of dispelling a lot of myths about the character and just giving him a great series, bringing back old villains like Scavenger, bringing back Silver Age concepts like Topo, making them good. The only problem I have with the book is, once again, because it's Geoff Johns and he brings back Silver Age concepts, you have the pre-crisis origin story, and the post-crisis origin story from Peter David was, if you ask me, much better and much more interesting. Then we have number 2, which is Jeff Lemire's run on Green Arrow, which just came to an end, actually. Now, before Jeff Lemire got on the book, New 52 Green Arrow sucked. It was terror bad. It was awful. And the art usually wasn't great. In fact, I saw some scans of the book. My God, the art was barf-worthy. But you have Jeff Lemire writing it and Andrea Sorrentino on the art. The art is beautiful in this book. It is incredible. And Lemire's writing is great because it's that usual gritty Lemire writing on Green Arrow, and once again introducing a bunch of older characters, like bringing in Diggle from the show Arrow, bringing in Shadow from Longbow Hunters, uh, the villain Firefly, who's usually a Batman villain, rebooting Count Vertigo, Dart, who's an old Green Arrow villain. Now the only problem is because his run, and I'm pretty sure his run wasn't supposed to end this soon, but they're trying to create more synergy with the show and the comic, which I like Arrow, but cutting Lemire's run short is kind of stupid, and it's making it exactly like the show is also stupid, because Marvel does that stuff, and it's stupid. The only problem is because it's been cut short, you didn't see Lemire introduce other Green Arrow villains like Merlin and, well, he did introduce Brick. Did introduce Constantine Draken, I believe his name is, and bring in some other classic villains as well. He never got to do that or really write Roy Harper either, which I would have liked to see. So because it's ending, that's the only fault I have with it. And the #1 book is Brian Azzarello's Wonder Woman. Easily. This is the best run on the character since the Perez run. And much like the Perez run, you have a ton of reliance on the Greek mythology. It's very dark. It's very nasty, just like Greek mythology. The gods act like they did in Greek mythology. It isn't Disney Hercules. It's Greek mythology. Kind of modern. They don't speak like, "Oh, thou art," or anything like. They don't wear togas either. The gods themselves have modern, weird kind of designs, and they speak in a modern way, with puns, of course, but they still speak in a modern fashion. Uh, so it's accurate without being antiquated or outdated. It brings the character perfectly into the New 52. The only problem I have with it is because the storyline is so long, like the because Azzarello's run's about to end, and this whole storyline with the gods has been the entirety of the run, so over 30 issues of that. And I would have liked to see Azzarello take some of her villains like Cheetah, Giganta, Dr. Psycho, and do things with. I think Azzarello could have done probably could have created a much better origin for Cheetah than what we got in New 52. I didn't like the origin at all in New 52. They could have gone in some variation of the Perez origin and been much better. And the art from Cliff Chiang, usually by Cliff Chiang, is incredible. Reminds me a lot of Greek pottery art, in fact. Uh, and I just love Cliff Chiang's art. The guy is him and Francis Manifold are just brilliant. So these are my top 5 series for the New 52 that I've read. If you disagree, that's okay. Why don't you go, if you haven't, go out, check out, read these series for yourself, see if you like them, see if you don't, read some feedback. There you go.